The compound is collapsing, not metaphorically, literally. Mortar rounds are shaking the earth, concrete walls crack and crumble, dust fills the air so thick you can taste it, gritty and metallic. Somewhere in the chaos, someone is screaming for a medic, someone else is shouting coordinates that no one can hear. The mission was simple on paper: infiltrate, extract the intelligence officer, exfil before dawn. But nothing is simple when the enemy has you surrounded. Commander Hyde crouches behind what's left of a supply truck, his face a mask of controlled fury. 6 operators down. Comms are compromised. The intelligence officer is bleeding out in a room they can't reach. The extraction window closes in 4 minutes. 4 minutes until they're officially abandoned in hostile territory. And sitting against the wall, trying to make herself invisible, is her, Sarah Mitchell. Her hands won't stop shaking. Her breath comes in short, panicked gasps. The rifle in her grip feels like a foreign object, like something she has no right to be holding. Hyde glances at her, and for a split second, his expression says everything. You don't belong here. She sees it. She's been seeing it for months. In the barracks, in the briefing rooms, in the mess hall where the other operators eat without inviting her to sit. She's the mistake, the quota, the girl who somehow slipped through the cracks of selection and ended up where she was never supposed to be. Mitchell, Hyde barks, stay back, don't touch anything, don't move unless I tell you to. She nods, throat tight, eyes burning with humiliation. They don't know. They have no idea. If you're here for stories about the underestimated becoming unstoppable, hit subscribe and drop a comment telling us which country you're watching from. We love hearing from you. Sarah Mitchell wasn't born to be a warrior. She was born in a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. Middle child, straight-A student. The girl who helped organize bake sales and never got detention. She joined the Navy because her guidance counselor said she needed direction, and the recruiter smiled when she walked in and said she looked like officer material. She wanted to prove she was more than ordinary, but selection almost broke her. She was slower than the men, weaker on paper. She barely passed the physical tests, always just scraping by, always the last one to finish. The instructors never said she didn't belong, but they didn't have to. She could see it in their eyes. And when she was assigned to a SEAL support unit, the operators didn't even try to hide their disappointment. Great, another diversity hire. Sarah learned to stay quiet, to avoid eye contact, to blend into the background and hope nobody noticed her. But silence has a way of hiding things, and Sarah Mitchell had been hiding something for a very long time.
What none of them knew, what Sarah never put on any official record, was that before she was Sarah Mitchell, the Navy recruit, she was Sarah Mitchell, the prodigy. Not in combat, not in firearms, in chess. Nationally ranked by age 14, competing in tournaments across the country by 16. But not just chess. She studied game theory, tactical problem solving, battlefield strategy. Her mind didn't just see the board, it saw patterns, probabilities, outcomes 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. Her grandfather had been a Cold War strategist, one of the men who sat in rooms and played out nuclear scenarios on maps. He'd recognized the gift in her early. "Sarah," he used to say, "war isn't about strength. It's about seeing what your enemy can't." He taught her everything. Not how to fight, how to think, how to read terrain like a language, how to anticipate, adapt, outmaneuver. But when she joined the military, she didn't tell anyone. Because they tested your body, your endurance, your ability to shoot straight and run fast. Nobody ever asked if you could outthink the enemy. So she kept it quiet, kept her head down, and waited. The explosions are getting closer. Hyde is shouting into his radio, trying to coordinate with someone, anyone who can get them air support. But the response is static and silence. "We're on our own," he growls. One of the operators, Carter, a barrel-chested veteran with a scar across his jaw, slams his fist into the ground. "We can't reach the HVT. The hallway's a kill zone. They've got overlapping fields of fire from 3 directions. We go in there, we're dead. Hyde's jaw clenches. Then we abort. Sir, I'm not losing more men for a retrieval we can't make. We pull back. Now. Sarah's heart pounds. They're going to leave him, the intelligence officer, bleeding, alone, waiting for a rescue that won't come. Her hands are still shaking, but her mind is racing. She's been watching, listening, mapping. The enemy positions, the mortar intervals, the blind spots in their coverage. She sees it, the pattern. "Commander," she says quietly. Hyde doesn't even look at her. "Not now, Mitchell." "There's a way." That gets his attention. He turns, eyes hard. "What did you say?" She swallows. Her voice is stronger now. "There's a way to reach the HVT. I can see it." Carter scoffs. "We've got 3 overlapping fire zones and a hallway with 0 cover. Unless you've got a magic trick, there's no—" "Northwest corner," Sarah interrupts. She's not looking at him. She's looking at the compound layout burned into her memory. They're firing in intervals, 80-second rotations. The left gunner reloads first. For 6 seconds, there's a gap. If we use smoke, create a false push from the east entrance, their focus shifts. The hallway opens. Silence. Hyde stares at her. "How do you know that?" "I've been counting," she says simply. "Watching. It's a pattern." Carter shakes his head. "That's insane. You're guessing." "I'm not." Hyde's eyes narrow. He looks at her. Really looks at her, for the first time since the mission started. "You sure about this, Mitchell?" She nods. "Yes, sir." He holds her gaze for 3 long seconds. Then he keys his radio. "All units, prepare for coordinated suppression. We're going in."
It happens exactly the way Sarah said it would. The smoke grenades deploy. The operators lay down suppressing fire on the east entrance. The enemy gunners shift, barking orders, redirecting their focus. And in that 6-second window, Hyde and 2 others sprint down the hallway. No shots, no contact. They reach the room, extract the HVT, and pull back before the enemy even realizes what happened. When they regroup, Carter is staring at Sarah like she just walked on water. "How did you—" "Patterns," she says quietly. "Everything has a pattern." Hyde wipes the dust from his face, breathing hard. "Mitchell, you just saved this mission." She doesn't smile, doesn't celebrate, because she can see the next problem already forming. "Commander, we still don't have exfil. The LZ is 2 clicks north, and they'll have it locked down by now." Hyde's face darkens. "I know. But they won't expect us to go south." Everyone stops. "South?" Carter frowns. "That's deeper into hostile territory." "Exactly," Sarah says. "They'll expect us to run, to head for extraction. They'll stack the northern routes. But there's a river half a click south, faster current this time of year. If we hit the water, we drift downstream, come up a click east, and circle back." Hyde stares at her. "That's actually brilliant." She meets his eyes. "It's chess, sir. You don't win by doing what they expect." For the first time, Hyde grins. "All right, Mitchell, we're doing it your way." They make it to the river. But the enemy is faster than Sarah anticipated. Headlights cut through the jungle. Trucks. Dozens of them. Armed fighters pouring out, sweeping the banks with searchlights. The team is pinned at the water's edge. The HVT is unconscious. They're out of ammo. Out of options. Hyde looks at Sarah, desperation in his eyes. "You got another miracle in you, Mitchell?" She's scanning the terrain, thinking, calculating. The trucks, the lights, the search pattern. And then she sees it. "The fuel depot." "What?" "Half a click west. I saw it on the SAT images. They're using it to stage their vehicles. If we can hit that—" "We don't have explosives." "We don't need them." She points to one of the downed enemy fighters. "He's got an RPG." Hyde follows her gaze. "You want to hit a fuel depot with a single RPG from half a click out in the dark with no spotter?" Sarah picks up the launcher. "I don't need a spotter. I know the angle." Carter laughs bitterly. "This is suicide."
It's geometry, Sarah corrects. She sights the launcher, adjusts for wind, elevation, distance. Her hands aren't shaking anymore. Fire in the hole. She pulls the trigger. The rocket screams into the night. For 3 seconds, nothing happens. Then, boom! The fuel depot erupts in a fireball that lights up the sky. Secondary explosions ripple outward. The trucks scatter. Confusion and panic spreading like wildfire. Hyde's mouth falls open. How? Trajectory, Sarah says calmly. Wind speed. Burn rate. It's all just math. She drops the launcher and looks at him. We should go now, sir. They make it out. All of them, including the HVT. Back at base, the debriefing room is packed. Command, intelligence, officers Sarah has never seen before. The mission footage plays on the screen. Every decision Sarah made. Every move. When it ends, the room is silent. The base commander, a 4-star general with more ribbons than Sarah can count, leans forward. Miss Mitchell, I've been in the military for 33 years, and I have never seen tactical analysis like that in the field. Never. He stands. Miss Mitchell, how would you feel about joining our Strategic Operations Division? We need minds like yours. He shakes her hand. I'd be honored, sir. 6 months later, Sarah Mitchell isn't the invisible girl anymore. She's briefing teams before they deploy, developing tactics that save lives, earning respect not because she demanded it, but because she proved it. And every time someone doubts her, every time someone assumes she doesn't belong, she remembers that night, the night she outthought an army. And she knows the truth. Warriors aren't just born, they're made. Before you go, tell us in the comments which country are you watching this video from. And don't forget to subscribe to Her Force Tales for more incredible stories, and hit like, share, and comment to support the channel.